Hello, Aries. Welcome back to Magic of Eden. If you are returning family, I hope that you guys have been well. If you guys are new here, my name is Cassandra. I'm the witch, the spiritualist, the founder and creator of Magic of Eden. I am always excited to be sharing and holding space with you all. And I am here to give you your reading. So this message definitely is timeless. I'm going to be working from Angel Tarot, and this is the deck here. Of course, it's a very beautiful deck. I absolutely am in love with it. It is super amazing. I also have the opposite deck, which is I can't remember exactly what the name is, but it's the demon deck, actually. So anyways, that's neither here nor there. So I wanted to go ahead and set the intention that for whoever resonates with Aries energy, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, whatever, I set the intention that the person listening to this is protected, that they are loved, that they feel warm, that they feel held, that they feel trusting of the messages that are being delivered to them today. Thank you so much, Divine, for allowing me to share space and hold space with those individuals who embody Aries energy and or resonate with Aries energy. Thank you so much for being a light in our life and for always leading us to truth and authenticity. Asheo. Alright, Aries, I hope that you all are doing well. I set the intention that you take what resonates and that you leave what doesn't. And yes, I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in. So basically, I want to say something real quick. As you can see, these are the oracle cards that you have, right? So when I was shuffling your oracle cards, your cards continuously wanted to show face first. It was almost kind of left. The energy that kept coming through was almost kind of like it didn't want to leave any surprises. It wanted to be shown, right? And I actually ended up seeing one of the cards, which I don't like to do. I was simply just led to be honest. Obviously, I'm always going to be honest, but I just was led to be honest with you guys and let you know that there was one card that I ended up seeing come out first, right? And I wanted to put it back, but Spirit let me not to, and there was this very specific reason. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the card. Now, the card is from the deck Oracle of the Universe, I believe it's called. And the card is ingenuity. And the interesting thing about ingenuity, it's like when you have ingenuity, it's this cleverness or this intellect or this ability to think creatively in order to solve like a complex problem. It would kind of be like trying to build a house out of toothpicks or trying to build a house out of, what are those things called? Q-tips or something like that, right? Or trying to build a fort out of Q-tips. And it will take an immense amount of ingenuity in order to solve that problem. You would need a lot of creativity and things of that nature. So there's something dealing with ingenuity, your creativeness, your ability to think and be creative and know and trust yourself to know that you have this ability to take what is being given and create something beautiful out of this complex problem. And if this is something that you're struggling with, Spirit has been asking you to ensure that you are tapping into your inner creativity to help you through whatever issues that you're going through right now in this time. Now, it's interesting because I'm recording this on the full moon in Leo, so this lets me know that this is definitely a time for you to trust yourself enough to know that you have the wisdom, the creativity, the intellect, and the wit in order to help get through this problem, whether it be through with your co-workers or whether it's through with family or whether it's through a personal relationship with like a significant other. No matter what it is, Spirit is asking you to use your ability to create and to use your creativity in order to help you solve these complex issues, right? So I'm going to leave this card face up and we're going to go ahead and continue on with the reading. Now, as I was shuffling the cards, your oracle cards, I did ask, I kept asking Spirit, what is it that Aries needs to hear? And I heard stay focused was one of the things that I heard. Slow down, think, and all of those different things. Like, that's what I definitely did here. And we're going to go ahead and start shuffling from tarot. It's so interesting because I just heard the angel Uriel, which is interesting because that's not an energy that normally makes itself known to me but it could be obviously for you guys because it's about you, right? Okay, Spirit, what do you have to say to Aries right now? There's something about writing a children's book coming through. Like, write a children's book. It's so interesting because I don't know why I feel like there's some. So this is going to be something very specific for very specific people, and one of the messages coming through right now is deal with them how you would a child. How you would be creative with a child, you sometimes have to do that with adults. I do not know why this is coming through. Take it as it resonates. Leave it if it doesn't fit. I heard Spirit say that they are afraid of you. I do not know why that's coming through. Okay. I also just heard Spirit say, don't worry about it. Just stay focused. Stay clear-headed. Okay. You guys have cards just jumping out everywhere. There's a lot of excitement going on too. It's almost kind of like when I was pulling the cards, I'll be honest with you, it really did kind of feel like there was like this rush of excitement for things to be seen. And for whatever reason, Spirit, I don't know why I'm being guided to say that it's just so much beauty in not being able to see everything. But whatever kind of jumps up at you or jumps up out at you, this is definitely a time for you to see it for what it is, but also learn how to lean on your own creativity in order to navigate this energy, in order to learn how to work with this energy, if that makes sense. So there's something about you being able to trust yourself. There's also this element of like athleticism where athletes are also very creative, because when you think about how they have their opponents, how they're very creative in what they do. They're creative with their movements. They're bendable. They're flexible. And they do all these amazing things that help them overcome and to make the goal. This, for whatever reason, is bringing me to football, and it's bringing me to basketball. So there's something about sports that's also coming through. So this is, for whatever reason, I also just heard something about the long stretch where it's like, take this time to stretch, to work out the body, and use the creativity that you harness effortlessly and put that into an athletic routine. I don't know why athleticism is coming through for you guys right now, but just take it as it resonates. So this definitely also is bringing me to firebending. Why? I have no idea, but it's bringing me to firebending. Well, obviously you're a fire sign, so that would make sense. It's almost kind of like Spirit is asking, wow, that's why. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So basically what it is that you all are, in a sense, being challenged to allow your mind and your body to become in sync with one another. Because for so long you felt out of whack, you felt out of balance, you felt like your mind was moving faster than your body was, or for some of you guys, your body was moving faster than your mind was. And it's almost kind of like some of you guys were frenzied and frazzled, and I don't know why the word lethargic is coming through, but it's almost kind of like you guys were out of sync and out of balance, because some of you guys felt so strongly energetically that you could destroy or demolish a whole tank, but mentally you just felt drained, or mentally you just felt like you couldn't make it, or you couldn't cut it, or it was almost kind of like your mind just felt drained and drawn out. And for some of you guys, your mind was just going a mile a minute, and your mind was moving at God's speed, but your body just had like a really hard time keeping up with it. It's almost kind of like when your body is just super tired and your mind is still awake, and so then you fall into a lucid dream because of that, and then that's where things start to get kind of active. I feel like Spirit is asking you to stay not to stay within your own limit, but it's almost kind of like allowing yourself to ground so that you can allow these two elements to come together in full sync. Does that make sense? I don't know why I feel like for some of you guys, you've had this overwhelming sense of confusion as a result of things getting out of balance. And I also kind of feel like some of you guys are, I don't know why I'm hearing kind of depressed. It's almost kind of like this depression because you can't do the things that you want to do, or you can't express yourself in a certain way. I do feel that Spirit is asking you to express yourself and to do the things that you want to do by utilizing your creativity. And your creativity is the gateway, or is the guide that will lead you to wherever it is that you're trying to go. So the first card to show face here was the Three of Cups here, so I really do love that. Surrounded by loving energy, surrounded by people that love you the most. You have the Four of Wands here. You have the Four of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Yep, exactly. Okay, you also have here the King of Cups. In reverse, you have the Emperor in reverse. Yep. You have the Nine of Swords. Yep. Three of Cups, Four of Pentacles. You also do have the Queen of Pentacles. Yep, in reverse. I almost kind of feel like you're in a space right now where it's just, I just heard the words like self-mastery. You're having a little bit of trouble mastering a certain aspect of yourself, and the reason why Spirit is saying that is because you're meant to tap more into this creativity. You're meant to tap more into that creative aspect, and I think that's exactly what's hindering you. You have a very profound way of doing things, and you have a very interesting, intriguing, and creative way of navigating through life. For whatever reason, you felt the need to kind of dial that back, only because maybe you were made to feel, and it's not even, Spirit is saying it's not even the fact that you were made to feel this way, it's that you allowed yourself to feel this way because of some type of, what I'm hearing, humiliation. The word humiliation definitely is coming through, where some of you guys were in spaces where you didn't fully feel supported, or your ideas were shot down, or someone said something or did something that made you feel like you weren't worth shit, and that's kind of what it's coming through as. And it sucks because you guys have so much amazing fire and potential. It's like you have enough fire to destroy a whole forest. I mean, you have enough fire to destroy the world, if we're going to be honest. And I think that it's sometimes that fire is 100% misplaced. It almost kind of reminds me of Prince Zuko in Avatar, The Last Airbender, where he was just so chaotic in his internal world. I mean, don't get me wrong, he was a beast and whatnot, and his greatest nemesis was his sister Azula. Well, not even his sister Azula, she was one of them, but Aang was one of them as well. But his greatest nemesis actually was himself, because he was so out of touch with who he was that his fire burned out of rage, out of vengeance, out of wanting acceptance, and all these different elements that were layered onto him. And so his fire was rooted or again burned because of the ideas of his father and ideas of others. He was led by who he thought that he had to be for approval versus who he actually was. And I do feel that there's a message in there for you about that, because there's something about you. You have a very soft, loving, amazing element to you that is so inspirational, that is so encouraging, that is so warm. And Spirit is asking you to return back to that. And I really do feel that you are someone who is the leader. You have to be, Spirit is telling me to remind you of the fact that you are someone who starts off the zodiac. There's a reason why you started off. Like, if we're going to be honest and real, spring starts when you emerge. And I feel that you are the ram who breaks through the wall, who breaks through the barrier and allows all the other signs to be ushered in. And I feel that you are cardinal for a reason. You are the leader, and Spirit is asking you to return back to that. And in order for you to return back to this essence of leadership, it's going to take for you to be more creative and to trust yourself a lot more. I do feel that some of you guys are in a space where you are 100% being tested. You could be tested through people saying and doing certain things. You could be tested by, some of you guys are young in age, but you are wise beyond your years, and people older than you in age tend to test you the most. And for whatever reason, Spirit is saying, I need you to show up and say, you know what? I know a lot more than you, but you're not going to do, but Spirit is saying you don't have to do it in a way that is arrogant. Spirit is saying to watch out for arrogance, but make sure that you do it in confidence, not arrogance. Confidence does not equate to arrogance, because where there is arrogance, there is stupidity. And Spirit is saying to make sure that you are confident enough in yourself in order to navigate these situations in a creative way that no one else can think about. Because once you start to do that, people will then start to see you in a different light. And that's the goal, in a sense, because there's something about you that nobody else can touch. There's something about you where people will go, wow, like I never knew you had it in you. And it's not the fact that you're doing it to prove it to anyone else. If anything, you're not doing it to prove anything to anyone. You're doing it because that's just the essence of who you are, and Spirit is asking you to remember that. I do feel that some of you guys don't feel at home, and some of you guys do not feel at home in your body. There could be something that is in you that makes you feel drained. This could be a certain diet. It could be that some of you guys are there's something that has latched itself onto you. It feels kind of alien almost, the vibes of what I'm picking up on. You just don't feel like yourself. Some of you guys may be experiencing a pregnancy or anything like that. I do feel that now will be the perfect time to surround yourself with people who are also as equally as creative as you, or even who you believe are more creative than you, but also support you to tap into your own creative guru. And I really do feel that for you right now. I also do feel too that this, whatever keeps you up or keeps eating at you, these are more than likely thoughts that are not even yours. You're picking up and you're taking on this persona that the world made for you, and it's almost kind of like you're measuring yourself with the ruler that someone else gave you, and Spirit is saying for you to break the ruler. And that is exactly the vision I'm getting. I'm seeing a yardstick being broken in half, just like that, no effort at all. And that's interesting because Spirit is saying that what you find to be super extremely difficult, if you just try it, you'll know that it's not that hard. And Spirit is saying that the reason why some of you feel that it's really hard is because, well, you were in so many spaces for so long that made you feel that things were hard. Some of you guys come from backgrounds where you were abused. You come from backgrounds where you've had domestic violence in your relationships. You come from spaces where you were publicly humiliated and things of that nature. And Spirit is saying that these are things that you want to allow yourself to come out of, and you want yourself to allow yourself to bring peace to give yourself permission to be at peace with these things, and know that although these things may have happened in your past, but they do not dictate where you are going. And Spirit is asking you to, I just heard the words, take a break from these thoughts. Take a few steps back and say, you know what? I'm not going to continue to allow myself to think these things, because I know that they don't come from me. I am in the world, but I am not of it. I am not going to allow myself to continuously be hindered and contracted and bonded to these different ideas and thoughts and feelings and emotions that aren't even mine. You see what I'm saying? And I really do feel that Spirit is saying that. I do feel that there's so many things that you are invested in that you can be turning your attention to. I do feel that this is 100% an opportunity for you to start to nurture yourself, to feed yourself, more foods that are going to give you, better energy. Spirit is asking you to change your diet here. I do feel that there is some type of emotional instability that is happening because as a result of you being out of touch with your body and with yourself. I do feel that once you get into your modes of like meditation, I don't know why yoga's coming through. Allow the creativity to flow through your body first, and to flow through your mind, and allow that to flow through your body, if that makes sense. I do feel that there's some type of sport that you can use to help you throughout this time. And I really do feel that some of you guys, it's yoga, it's running, it's jogging, it's jujitsu, it's kung fu, it's these martial arts is what's coming through right now. And also, for whatever reason, I'm feeling archery for some of you guys. I really do feel also that there is a very strong need to fall back into the divine feminine essence where the creativity lies. And I really do feel that the masculine energy is how you showcase that creativity. And for some of you guys, you're being drawn to again lean and fall back into this softer version of yourself, because that is also a part of you. And some of you guys are used to being so hard and going so hard that you don't really know what softness feels like. Well, Spirit is saying that softness looks like you just simply being who you know that you are. Really, softness looks like flower petals, how they're so soft and amazing and beautiful, and Softness looks like talking quietly, talking in a way that is not so loud and forceful. Softness looks like things unforced, things unchained. Softness looks like just simply existing in your own unique beauty and your own uniqueness. And I feel that Spirit is saying that there is a very specific message for you in that. Okay? I really do feel that for you guys, for real. Like, it really does kind of feel like you guys have been in these spaces where you just did not feel taken care of by the people that you love, that you also took care of at some point. And Spirit is saying that, well, now is the time for you to lean on and lean into your divine feminine energy and your creativity in order to help you through these situations. I do feel that Spirit is saying that that what needs to be invested in are your, I just heard the word values. Like, invest more in your values, invest more in those things, invest more in your home space. That's what it kind of feels like. I do feel like this is definitely an opportunity for you to really think and plan for the things that you want to set in motion for yourself. And also, Spirit is saying to go back to the intentions you set. I'm hearing 6 months ago. Some of you guys may want to go back to the intention you set 3 years ago. Some of you guys may want to go back to the intention you set during the Capricorn new moon. Some of you guys want to go back earlier in the start. I'm seeing in 2019, and for some of you guys in 2023. So Spirit is saying to go back in time and revisit those intentions you set, because there are some things that are definitely 100% still present that are meant to emerge now. Okay? I 100% love that for you. That's so beautiful. Okay, we're going to go ahead and continue with these cards over. Okay, you have deception and wisdom here. I love that. And of course, you have gentleness. I love that. Wow. Oh my God. What? I'm not tripping. You guys, how amazing is that? You literally got Aries. I cannot make that up. How divine was that, you guys? I can't even believe I just seen that. I can't believe I just seen that. And it's so interesting because when you think about Aries energy, Aries, you rule the first house in astrology. So you are all about the self, the I am, the who am I, what am I here for, what am I doing, and, you know, where am I going, and the way that the world perceives me and things of that nature. But there is a sense of you simply falling into your own authenticity, and you let your authenticity be the motivation for you to keep going forward. And you have such a beautiful, graceful elegance to you that seems to be overlooked because people can't see past your fire and your flame. That is not your fault. You are here to express every single last layer of yourself, and do not jeopardize that for anyone. Do not jeopardize that for who you believe that you need to be, but just simply be who you are. I feel a very poetic essence to you. I feel like Spirit is saying for you to write it out, for you to share that story, for you to write that book, and whatever it is that you want to do. Spirit is saying that you should not jeopardize your peace or authenticity in order to make the world be quiet. No. Let the world make noise. Let the world roar. Let the world be in chaos, because you are here to help organize that chaos, but in a way that is authentic to you. I really do feel that you're a trailblazer that is simply going through another awakening. I 100% believe that for you. So it's no coincidence that you got Aries in your reading. Like, I cannot make this up, swear. And it's interesting because the card that came out was this one, Ingenuity. And it's interesting because this was the card that didn't show face. So this to me means that you have something where you may even surprise yourself. You may surprise yourself. I love that for you, 100%. Moonlight Enchantment. You have magic here. Okay, you also have Bluebell Fairy, Gratitude. You have Dragon Spirit, Change. Okay. You also have God of the Arts. The artist within you is about to emerge. I do feel that. Why? That's so amazing. Like, we cannot make this up, you guys. Like, Spirit is speaking to you guys like heavy, heavy, heavy. Angel of relaxation. Let go of desired outcomes and you will get what you want. Like, let's just be real. Like, I just saw this ice bath, and it's so funny because it's funny because when you're taking an ice bath, it's not the most relaxing thing, but for whatever reason, the muscles are like, I need this ice bath. I love all of this for you. Some of the mythical creatures that you may find yourself gravitated towards are fairies. You may want to look into those. You may be a fairy yourself. We don't know that. Some of you are witches, 100%. There's something interesting about mythical creatures, and you drawing inspiration from these witches are not mythical, but I'm just saying, like, there's something about mythical creatures and you drawing inspiration from them, and allow that to be a part of your creativity, and allow that to be what helps you and inspires change. I do feel that you guys are not, I don't want to keep saying guys, but some of you are really entering into a space where you're allowing yourself to become more compassionate, soft, kind, gentle, and all of these different elements as you unfold through your art. And I really do feel like your creative pursuits and you allowing yourself to become back in sync with your body and your mind, or your mind becoming one with your body, excuse my French. And also, again, you just simply allowing yourself to be more creative through these different situations that you may find yourself in. I do feel that this journey that you may be on now is calling you, for whatever reason, to start writing again. Spirit just keeps saying to start writing again. There's something about writing. There's something about the artistic mobility is what's coming through. So dance, again, jujitsu, that even though you may be someone that knows how to fight really well, and you may be there's something about street fighting coming through right now where you may be the best street fighter that we know of, right? Spirit is saying that instead of using that to create harm and cause harm, that you can actually take that and turn it into a craft and a dance that can be seen as so beautiful. It's like, take something that is seen as atrocious and seen as malevolent, or have like these negative vibes associated with it, and turn it into something beautiful that can benefit not only yourself but also humanity. Turn it into art. Take what is seen as ugly and turn it into art. Okay? No matter what kind of art it is. All right. So, Aries, I hope that this message resonated. If it did, let me know down in the comments. Just leave what does not resonate, and I am really happy that we were able to spend some time today. If you guys need anything from me, you guys can visit me online at magicofeden.com. You guys can also visit me online on my Instagram at magicofeden. Hold my hand there. I would love to walk home with you, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video.